to Record-ology.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope things are going really well for you. Just so blessed to have you guys tuning into the show. I really appreciate you taking the time each day to see what we're up to and to contribute your own thoughts in the comment section below. I'm proud of our active comment community. I'm in there every day, almost every day. Sometimes I miss a day, but most of the time I'm in there every day. You know, I'm checking comments throughout the day as you comment, and then I go in there and try to respond at least once a day. So I very much appreciate you guys being involved in that. So let's play a little game. Now this is just going to be for bragging rights. So we're going to demo a record. We're going to, check out a record, review a record today, which you already know what that is. It's the Paddington and Friends record. And I haven't opened it. I cleaned it and I shelved it. It's been in storage ever since we picked it up a couple months ago. What record player do you think we're going to demo it on? Okay, so pause this video right now. You got about a minute till we put that on screen. So pause the video, guess down below. Now don't cheat and see what it is and then put the comment down there. You're not going to win anything anyway. It's just bragging rights, which is pretty valuable by itself. So just, if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. See what you guess, okay? Just mess with you guys. But seriously, put in the comments down below what record player you think it's going to be a portable. There's the clue. Anyway, until we get to that, so remember I was telling you I've been working on this project. I want to keep you guys updated. I want these shows to feel somewhat timely. If you're watching this 2 years from now, totally cool. It's fine. There's nothing, it kind of not irks me, but when people say, I know this video is old, but it doesn't matter because they're all designed to be timeless in a way. But I think if we make it, so I can't say they're timely and timeless. I can't have it both ways. Can't have my cake and eat it too. I was just thinking that if we somehow talk about some of the projects that I'm up to, I guess that can translate to any time you're watching this. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of give you an update of what I'm doing outside of the show. And I always want to hear what your projects are too. Anyway, so my project, as I've been discussing lately, has been converting all of those movie cassette tapes to digital, because at night, and somebody expressed this similar experience that they're having, where it can be disruptive having a cassette player which seems quiet in the daytime but at night actually makes significant sound, or even a CD player with playing MP3s or something. So I've decided to convert all of my audio that I listen to at night, which is mostly ambient soundtracks, kind of nature sounds, and then about 15 to 20 different movies, to digital. So I've done that conversion, and this is what I listen to on at night now. So no moving parts. It's silent. The only downside is the display is neon. I mean, it's so bright, but it just plays content right off the SD card. Excuse me. But this is the device and we reviewed all this stuff, but this is the device I use to make the recording because it's got a line input, an actual real line input. And you put the SD card or TF card in there, which is a micro SD card, and line input, which I put directly out of in the case of the cassette tapes, right out of the Pioneer dual cassette deck. Hit record and it digitizes it, and it works great. There's different quality settings. I have it on because I'm just doing spoken word. I've got it on a pretty low bandwidth, but it works. So yeah, I've got everything in the palm of my hand now. I can listen to my BBC World Service at night and then listen to a little ambient audio or a movie. So that's been my pet project as of late. But that's not why we're here today. Sorry I had to wait 4 minutes to get to this. But we're going to look at this. Paddington and Friends. Michael Bond's Paddington and Friends LP record. This is a 12-inch record on the Kid Stuff record label. I do remember that as a kid, and I think it's cool. That's an extremely 80s looking logo, and I like their stuff. I think it's pretty good. Great artwork on here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off so it's not quite as reflective. And we'll take a look first at the sleeve. I don't know why when I get this close to the camera, the white balance goes a little haywire, because it is actually set. I got it on auto white balance, but it's probably picking up the yellow. Anyway, it's in pretty good condition. There's a little bit of cracking. You can see there a little bit of perhaps slight moisture damage. On the flip side, it's in relatively good condition. I mean, the corners aren't dinged up too bad or anything. Paddington and friends are doing very well and living in London. Here now for everyone familiar with the Paddington books by Michael Bond, and perhaps for some who aren't yet familiar with them, a warming listening experience to go with the reading so many have enjoyed. Here are 10 songs of Paddington. So we're going to check this out. I do remember, see, 1982. Okay, so there's the date on it. I do remember Paddington books. I personally wasn't really into it, but I remember our kids, we got them some of the books and read it to them. So here's the record, famous kids stuff label, and I love it. I think they're all orange. Isn't that pretty common? I wonder who really owned kids stuff. Distributed by, that might be the answer right there, IJE Distributing Incorporated. Hollywood, Florida. Copyright Paddington and Company, Limited, 1982. New York. Interesting. That's side 2. Also, do you guys know why some 12-inch records have this here? I'm sure it has something to do with the mold or the way that it's poured. And I always wondered, is there such thing as a 12-inch record that has like the larger hole? It's not quite as big as a 45. But an interesting thing, do they have 12-inch records that have the large hole? I would be very curious if that's even a thing. But I've always wondered what that cut is. My guess has something to do with the pressing. So interesting. So this does appear to be a vinyl record. It seems anyway. Looks like it's in pretty good condition. It looks like there's no track delineation. So I'm guessing that this is one continuous track. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. I am going to bring the record player in now. So last chance to pause and put your answer below. We'll do this on the honor system. Okay, here it is. Yay! We haven't had this on in a little while. This is the Fisher-Price Sesame Street record player. This one is a little bit newer than my regular Fisher-Price one from 79. I think this is like 82, 83-ish. And it is battery operated. So we've got some C cells in here. Very rugged. These Fisher-Price units are great. They are idler drive. They're designed to be handled by grubby little kid hands. Check out the artwork in the lid there. We got Sesame Street, or we got Big Bird, and that is, yes, Little Bird. That's his actual name. And Little Bird also happens to be the tone arm. So Little Bird is going to translate for us what the record has on it. Now, I'm going to tilt down a tad bit here. Okay. And let me make sure we're straight here. I might need to adjust the tripod up just a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. It has the same type of platter, although a paler color. And the same Genius 45 adapter, which I thought that was unique to these, but I have now experienced other vintage record players that do indeed have that. I like how they use the rollers for the volume control and the speed control here. Little mono speaker. There's no jacks or anything. It just is what it is. So this video doesn't go too long. Let's go ahead and just play some random bits of it. What do you guys think? Put Little Bird here on the beginning. And turn up the volume.
It's so nice having a bear about the house.
Mrs. Bird, have you seen my marmalade anywhere?
It's such fun having a bear around the house.
I thought I left it under my bed.
Especially one like Paddington. Good manners and good nature are his style. Though you never know what he's up to, he'll always leave you with a smile. And every day is interesting and different. It's so nice having a bear about the house.
Jonathan, do you have any glue?
It's such fun for everyone to have
sorry
a
about
bear about
Sometimes it doesn't make that big of a What's the difference while you're playing?
Postcard in my scrapbook.
So be the first one on your street to get a real live bear. You'll be in for a treat.
Okay, interesting. Let's scoop a little bit.
If you have a doubt, let me tell you all about some things. Like when I took my first bath and the bathtub overflowed and I tried emptying the tub with my hat. Things. And the time I was turned into a snow bear when Judy and Jonathan covered me with snow. Ooh, I was cold. Things. Or the time I visited the dentist and he told me to bite down and I did on his finger. Ooh, he cried. It's oh so clear by now, son.
I have no emotional connection to this character whatsoever, but it's interesting.
Shopping and painting and even doing laundry too. I'm never, never, ever bored. There's too much out there to be ignored. Such as dancing and parties, there's so...
It's interesting. By the way, Little Bird's nose makes a pretty good finger lift. You kind of just mush your finger into it. Seems to do the trick pretty good. Interesting that they didn't put any track markers on here. I mean, it's just one solid track. I guess they figured that kids weren't going to care what track they heard. A couple more needle drops here.
Gardens here, the place for me. This is a fine place to stay. I'm lucky the Browns found me one day in Paddington Station.
I don't even know enough to know if this is running slow or not. I remember we had that issue when we first tested it out. Of course, it's battery run, so the batteries could be wearing down too.
Portobello Road, over town in Portobello Road, and every place. Good nature is welcome all over town. It's just a matter of good manners and good nature.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting record, right? It's kind of cool, unique. And if you had this as a kid, this would be something exciting to find again. Now, I'm going to play something on this record player that it's probably never seen before, a stroboscopic disc. Why? Because I have a feeling it's running a tad bit slow. So what we're doing here is we're looking for this ring right here. So this is the 33 and a third RPM on the 60 hertz power ring. So it's that, oops, don't put the needle down. Yeah. See how the lines are marching to the right a little bit? So it is a tad slow, but not too bad. It's actually not too bad. Let's see how accurate 45 is. That's the next ring, the middle ring. Typically, if one is slow, they're both slow. It's a tad bit slow, but really not bad. Even this, there's back to 33. That shouldn't be awfully noticeable. It's probably nothing worse than putting the needle down on this because these little areas are raised. I cannot tell you how many times I've dropped a needle on a plinth or a platter mat. I've done some really dumb ones like felt. Can you imagine like a felt open celled structure surface like a felt platter mat? I've dropped needles on there. When I mean dropped, I mean lower the tone arm on them. I've done all kinds of dumb stuff like that, but some of them on this show actually. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for now. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on what we discussed. Did you get the contest right? Did you, in fact, guess that this was the record player we would use? There's no on and off switch other than the tone arm either. So literally, I'm just going to pick this up and put it under the workbench till we need it again next time. It's a cool little unit. Might just need fresh batteries, or maybe we need to get in there and tweak the speed one more time. Oh, you can power it off of mains. That's cool. I forgot about that. So 6-volt power supply. I've got a little multi-voltage power supply we could use with that. But that's going to do it for now, guys. Let me go ahead and edit the intro on the show, render it, upload it. Hopefully the internet's being fast tonight. My router took a major dump today and just dropped off the face of the earth and had to reboot the fiber link and had to reboot the router a couple of times. And I'm really crossing my fingers that the internet is not going to be slow. Because sometimes the uploads for like a 10-minute show can take me an hour and a half. And I won't sleep until it's up, in most cases. Sometimes I'm like, guys, I'm going to have to do this in the morning. But tonight, most nights, we're going to make it happen. By the way, I forgot to flip back to the other mic after we were done with the sample. So if the audio is a little off, that's why. It's been a long day. So I'm going to bed after the show's up. Hope you have a great night. Happy record hunting. We will see you tomorrow.